It's MakerCrate Day!
Some assembly required.
Quite a bit, actually. Hello, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we are going to be making a Sashiko embroidered lamp from my MakerCrate. Let's see what's inside. It's a small box this time, which seems exciting because that sounds like it would be easier, but I don't think it is. So, they have their pretty front page to show you what the lamp might look like, done properly. There are inspiration and pretty things to look at and get inspired. We have some Sashiko thread, which is sort of whitish ivory colored. The bits of the lamp, pluggy bits, and the base of the lamp, light bulb. It's an LED light bulb. That's fancy. Let's see what else is in there. There's the sticky uppy part of the lamp. There's probably a name for that. Patterns and tracing paper and like the little liner for the inside of the lamp is over there. Lampy bits.
They kind of like wheels.
They do kind of look like wheels. One of them at least. There's the little base of the lamp. It's felt, I guess. A ruler with cool shapes. Oh, and a tiny little protractor. That's so cute. A little sample pattern.
Only one.
Sampler, making it on here. Tiny guy. And then there's the big lamp fabric. Maybe that's the transfer paper? This could be the transfer paper. Like tracing paper, sort of. And then the embroidery tools. Let's see what's in here. Awesomeness for innovators, apparently. We've got little pluggy things for the lamp and little clippies. That's the disappearing transfer tracing pen.
Tacky glue.
The glue and the glue spreader tool right here. So, the first thing that we need to do is practice, basically. We're going to use the little square, and I have a little piece of fabric for you. It's not quite the same. And then we will practice our running stitch. So basically Sashiko is just a collection of running stitches, which is just when you go in and out of the fabric. And that sounds simple. Oh, but it's not, because they have to be all exactly the same length. And apparently the space in between the stitches is supposed to be approximately half of the length of the stitch. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm not always the most precise, but we will try. So the first thing that we will practice is making our stitches around the edge. Then we can start playing with the pattern. When we get to that point, we can look at the patterns and see which ones we might want to use or which ones we might want to try. I may have a preference, but we'll see.
When I was reading the history, I learned that they use the indigo and white colors because when they started doing Sashiko, the rich people didn't want the peasants to be wearing bright and colorful things. So they made them use like white and indigo.
Yeah, but it kind of backfired on them because it ended up being so pretty, and we're still doing it today. That is interesting. Yeah, so this is, of course, an ancient art form, and so there are rules. Apparently, you're supposed to do about 4 to 8 stitches per inch. I'm on the low side. Mine's about 4. And I think that I maybe said this before. The stitches are twice as long as the space in between them. So another thing that you are supposed to remember about this, in Sashiko, your stitches are never supposed to touch. So that matters if you're doing a pattern that, you know, it's like a star or a snowflake kind of a design and it all comes together in the middle. You have to make sure that you leave a little space in between so that nothing crosses and nothing touches. And edges. Like the corners are also supposed to be 90 degrees and not really, the stitches aren't supposed to touch there either. So we'll see. See if we can remember that while we're working. But so far the border is coming right along. So this is a good practice. It's just straight stitching. So far so good. So I finished my border. In my defense, my square is a little bit smaller than yours, so therefore that's probably why it was way faster. I don't think she's buying it. She has a sharp needle. So I don't remember if I already talked about the corners. That, I guess, is another aspect of the Sashiko process, is you're supposed to have sort of nice straight corners, perfectly 90 degrees and what have you. I'm pretty sure that mine aren't perfect. Don't do perfect very well. So I guess you're supposed to kind of come up to the corner with your last stitch, or with your first stitch, you come out of the corner, and then the next stitch goes over. I don't know. If that's important for you to know, you can feel free to take that from this, or just go with it the way I probably am going to do. So, while you are finishing, I will open up the patterns, and we'll take a look. Oh no. I forgot that they make their patterns very, very, very hard for you guys to see. Ah, there you go. There's a cross-hatching pattern like that. I like that pattern, but I also like... Can I switch it? No, I cannot. I also like this pattern.
Yeah,
Thank you.
me
This
too.
is why you're here. So this is like a wave pattern. Yes, like a wave pattern. Oh, it could also be a scale pattern, I guess. It's really upside down. And also they give you this final pattern.
I like that one.
This one Lily likes. Why do you like it?
In the history, I also learned that it's a symbol of like health or something, and they used to put it on children's clothing.
That's cool. I like facts. So I don't know which one to choose. I maybe will practice the crosshatch one and then maybe do the wavy one on the lamp, or I could do half of this cross stitchy and half of it waves. Combine it
You
and
should
sort of
do
practice.
all three of them so it's really the best.
I'm definitely not going to do all three of them because I don't really like the one that you like, just because it will take like 4,000
Well,
hours. I mean, we could both do it. It would just take us a million trillion years.
And we don't have that.
Yes. So I guess let me think a little bit about how to combine those two so I can practice them both and see which one I really like for the lamp. Okay, so I think that I figured out how I am going to try both stitches. So I've put my transfer paper down with the, the waxy pigment side towards my little square. So then I already transferred the crosshatchy pattern on one side, and then I'm going to try to transfer the waves next. Okay, so that's the first thing you've ever been able to see on camera better than I can actually see it here. They are not strong lines, but they do fade, which is super duper handy. So I guess I will try them out and then we'll see what they look like and I'll make a decision. I think it's gonna be the waves. All right, let's
Still haven't
stitch.
finished.
Still, that's fine. It's supposed to be a relaxing meditative process. Are you relaxed?
It's not relaxing because you're way ahead of me.
Ta-da! I finally found a craft that you can actually see on camera. This is exciting. So I like both patterns, but I think I'm going to go with the waves for my lamp. The next thing that I have to do is lay out my fabric, transfer the pattern on, and oh my goodness, transfer it hard. Because these were so hard to see. I'm pretty sure I made up most of the crosshatch because I could not see the lines like at all. So I'm gonna press really hard on the next pattern. So that's what I will do. I will probably do that on the overhead camera. Oh, I was gonna say, If you don't have the Kiwi crate and you want to do something like this at home, this is sort of a canvas, sort of a soft canvas. Doesn't quite feel like jeans, maybe like a canvas bag. So that would be a good place to try this out. Ta-da! So we have the fabric lampshade thing ready. Now I think the fussy part is coming, and cool. So we have to somehow stick this on here without it being awful. Yay. Yeah, so it's supposed to be sort of even-ish on all the sides.
I was going to suggest let's move it down a little bit, but let's definitely not move it down a little bit, because that'll probably cause trouble later, and I don't want trouble.
So we'll peel a little bit more, and we'll stick a little bit more. We'll squash a little bit more. Peel a little bit more.
I'm gonna say that every single time.
Probably. Imagine. You're supposed to be able to do this just by yourself. I mean, I could, I guess, but it would be super frustrating. This way is less frustrating. And I have a buddy. It's you. Now, the next thing...
You have a lampshade.
Yeah, done. Okay, not yet. This is the top, which means it has the little hoopy thing.
This is gonna be hard. You have to like glue it and then like roll. That looks harder.
So we have the roundy thing, glue spready thing.
Like we get that for you.
It's over here. Little clippies, and there are only 4. I feel like overkill is better, so I got some other clippies from upstairs.
A wet paper towel.
Yes, a wet paper towel, because you
And a
have
dry
to
paper towel.
wash your hands off every time they get gluey. Your hands have a tendency to get gluey, so remember to wash your hands off.
Okay, so great. Swell. Super.
That is why I have a gajillion little clippies. 1.
I don't know how you can do this one with only one person.
Right? I have no idea. Then we let it dry. I forget how long they said, so we'll wait probably way longer. That seems dry-ish? Anyway, a little, mostly. I mean, it's not peeling off or anything. I can't wait anymore. Can you wait anymore?
No.
Certainly not. So then comes this part. Now this is where the light bulb will screw in, and then the little lamp post. Called a lamp post on a tiny lamp? I don't know. It probably has a name. I don't know what it is. So this is going to stick inside. And as I recall, this seam in here, the little seam, has to not line up with one of these little cross braces.
I wonder why.
So I think that it can't go right along one of these edges because you have to like snip later, and that would be a huge pain. You wouldn't be able to snip right on the cross brace. So We're supposed to cut right along these edges here.
So that I can fold down.
Yeah, so the rest of it can fold down nice and tight and there's not weird like lumps along the bottom. So let's get these as close as we can.
And then you already
And
cut.
snip. So now,
We take one off, glue it, put it back.
start over here and do that one last. Sound good?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Now all we have to do is stick in the thing and put it in the light bulb.
Well, first, we have to wait for it to dry. Again.
Is it ready?
I think so. All right, let me get all of these little bits.
I remember.
Help me remember
First.
which way we go. Put this through and up, right?
Yes. And then I think
From here
You
up through there.
shove
This is the part you wanted to do, right?
no, this is the part I thought would be hard.
Wanted to do, thought would be hard, same thing.
That wasn't as hard as I thought.
Not really so hard, right? So then, plug me.
That looks in. Wait, put this in here. Now I can put this one.
Now you can plug the plug.
Good.
Yeah. All right.
Now we just have to plug it in. This
Well, now we need the bottomy thing.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the felty felt. All right, we peel off the sticker, and then we very carefully line
Roll
it
it
up. That seems like the edge. Not too bad. We can plug it in back here. Ready? Set.
I can't even see it
It's on. You can't tell.
at all.
So we'll go turn off some lights and we will take some pictures. So, I really liked the Sashiko embroidery.
Me too.
And the lamp turned out cool. It was fussy, but that's okay. It's part of the fun. So I think that this is definitely a fun project and it's fun for many ages. Yes?
It was fun for me.
At
But I
least
didn't do that.
Fun
so.
for at least 2 ages. I think you could have though. It might have taken you a little while. That actually did not take me nearly as long as they kind of suggested that it might take. They said that maybe 3 hours for that. I don't think it was 3. And it was actually really relaxing. You just sort of get in the zone and sew, and it was fun. I would do it again.
Me too.
Yeah, we'll have to check out our fabric stash and see if we have the appropriate fabrics. Seems like it would be good for gifts, like you could make little coasters or bookmarks or something like that. Way to go, makercrate. I have to say that the 2 maker crates that I have actually really enjoyed how they turned out.
We're the one with me.
I think she's my lucky charm.
I hope you make good decisions.
I have a hard time otherwise. So, if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. And certainly press subscribe and the little notification bell if you would like to keep on watching us, because we are entertaining at the very least. New videos come out on Tuesdays and Saturdays. If you click your notifications, they'll tell you, but otherwise, now you know. Thank you for watching. We had a fabulous time. I have to think of another project to do with this technique because not only was it super fun, they gave me a ton of string. So I feel like I should use it. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.